Hey, Ezra, we just heard from Brian O'Neill, and he was saying that you seemed to be a lot stronger this time around coming into it. What did you spend your off season doing, and was that an emphasis for you coming into this year?
The first 2 weeks of the off season, kind of took a break, kind of recuperated, and then hit the weight room hard with my buddy. He's like into nutrition and all that stuff, and we were just lifting. He was running me through programs and stuff, and I knew getting stronger was one of the things I had to work on. So I was really hitting the weight room hard and working with him, doing some conditioning and stuff, and I think it's paying off pretty well right now. I feel great out there on the field. It's kind of 1-2 step right now, but my footwork's feeling great, and I just feel like I'm in a really good place right now.
Matt, and then Eric.
Ezra, kind of speaking of that with Brian, when he started as a rookie, he was kind of thrown into the fire. That's what happened to you last year. I guess how much did you grow during that time where you had to just kind of learn right guard on the fly? And how does that help you now, the experience that you got last year?
Yeah, I mean, as we all know, right guard was a new experience for me. But as I was playing, I felt like I was getting more comfortable there on the right side playing guard, and I was gaining the experience throughout the year. And by the end of the year, I felt like I've been playing right guard for a long time, and right now I'm playing left guard. I think it's going to help me tremendously, just having that experience at guard and kind of moving back to my natural side where I have most of my experience. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, Ezra, I guess what have you liked about moving over to the left side? I know you played left tackle in college, and just being on the left side of the center, more of a comfort thing?
I would say comfort thing. I mean, I felt pretty good over there on the right side. That's where I have majority of my experience, and the offensive line, I feel like experience is a really big thing. And like you said, it's more of a comfort zone over there. So, like I said, I'm excited to get over there and get back to that left side.
Andrew?
Yeah, Ezra, how far has your confidence come? Just kind of having this now off season where you can actually walk through the OTAs and know the playbook and have the experience, obviously from last year under your belt. Just kind of how far mentally do you think you've come?
Yeah, so the mental part of the game is really important, and I was also harping on that over the off season. Trying to learn the plays and get it dialed in to where it's faster out there on the field, and that's helped my confidence tremendously. Just getting out there, I know what I'm doing. I can kind of just play football, not have to worry about situations and stuff like that. So it's helped me. It's helped me a lot.
Matt?
How much different is it just in terms of, I guess, bonding with teammates and getting the chemistry down with the fact that you can have these OTAs in person as opposed to last year where training camp was the first time where you could actually really step on the field with guys?
Yeah, I mean, we have a great turnout. I mean, majority of the guys are here, I'm pretty sure, and it's great to see everyone's face and be able to just learn about them and their history and stuff like that, and getting closer with the offensive line, talking with guys that I haven't talked with before, even the new guys like Wyatt and Christian. They're great dudes, and I'm excited to move forward with them and get to know them even more.
Craig?
How helpful is it for you to know the plan with you trying to maximize your abilities and optimize yourself at guard going forward, maybe with the tackles probably being set?
Yeah, I mean, knowing that I'm going to be playing guard through the season, it helps me a lot because I can focus on my steps and everything like that, and I can kind of key in mentally to the guards' like situations and stuff that they have to worry about. So I mean, it helps me a lot confidence-wise, and when I'm out there on the field, I also know what I'm doing. So I'll be able to pin my ears back and go play fast football.
Andrew?
I wanted to ask you about with the new guys you brought up with Christian Darrisaw, especially if you end up playing next to him, how do you try to build that bond with him now, even though you're not necessarily getting the practice reps next to him? Like, how do you kind of build that rapport?
I mean, just little stuff like, sitting next to him while you're eating lunch or breakfast, or just trying to, just reach out, try to get to know like where they came from and stuff like that, how they grew up and things like that. I mean, just getting comfortable is really important, and the more you know about the person you're playing next to, I mean, I think the better you'll play. So,
Matt?
Even though you have a different offensive coordinator for at least his first name, just how similar is it going from Gary to Clint, or how different in terms of what you're doing schematically?
Schematically, it's been pretty close to the same. Haven't really noticed any difference. We've just been doing wide zone, and the passing, everything's pretty much stayed the same. So, I mean, I'm excited to work under Clint, and yeah.
We'll go Don and then, excuse me, Don and then Craig.
You had mentioned about getting to know your fellow teammates, and I think Brian had said now that you can actually go out after practice over someone's house and actually do some things that are social. At this point with OTAs, how important is that to be able to build a bond away from TCO?
Yeah, I mean, I think that just comes back to relationships, like you said. It's great to be able to invite people over to like have a barbecue or whatever, and get to know them outside of football, where it's strictly business, and you want to be like ready at all times for whatever's coming. And it's just nice to get outside of the football facility, relax with the guys, and just figure out how they are outside of football.
Coach mentioned this morning he's trying to take a little bit of the physicality off the offensive line at this point of the calendar year. I guess how appreciative are you guys just kind of focus on technique things and go there? And then even despite the lack of content, what have been your early impressions of Pierce and Tomlinson?
Yeah, I mean, without contact, you're really able to focus on your first two steps and kind of visualize what you're supposed to do mentally throughout the play. And I think it's helped a lot in terms of just getting down the playbook and everything like that. And then in terms of Mike and Dalvin, they're great dudes. They're definitely big. I'm excited to go against them with some pads on and see what they got.